BDO and the Auckland Theatre Company.
Well, I'm the Artistic Director and CEO of the Auckland Theatre Company, so it's my job to lead the company, both creatively and administratively. Auckland Theatre Company, for its first 24 years, was very peripatetic. It was at the mercy of venues and venue availabilities. So everyone got together and raised the money and built the beautiful ASB Waterfront Theatre, which is now our home. You know, lots of arts companies would like to have a place of their own, and we're very lucky to have it. At the same time, it definitely is a financial challenge, particularly when a pandemic rolls through.
And that's where BDO comes in.
They couldn't put shows on during that period, really difficult for them. They could move some stuff online, but really their business was decimated during that time. So the first thing we could do was absorb some costs during that time for them, and so I guess be some assistance, be aware that they're going through a difficult time and we need to support them through that given our long relationship. We were able to provide them some different points of view, challenge their thinking so that they could come up with the right answers really. And certainly the level of transparency that an organisation has and willing to engage in those conversations with you is really important to enable us to do that.
Because we're a cause rather than a commercial company, we do this because we believe in the power of theatre. We make the theatre and then we invite the audience in, and with them absent, it doesn't make sense. And so it's been 3 years really of grief.
And along with supporting the ATC through the tough times, BDO's guidance through the maze of new charity regulations has been key.
The big thing that I've been working through over the last few months is the new service performance reporting requirements for charities. So that's been a learning process for us as well as them to work through what that means for them, and what it actually requires is they go right back to founding principles. So they're looking back at their founding documents, what are the objectives of the organisation, the full range of objectives they've got, and putting that into a document that they can publish around their operational performance, their goals and their outputs, and also how we're going to be able to audit that. So that's a journey we're still working through with them, but it's been hugely valuable for us as well as them. From our point of view, we get to understand that operational side of the business rather than just looking at the numbers, which are generally, the outputs or a byproduct of that.
I think of there being two contracts. So one is with the funder, who says these are the things that, from a public policy point of view, I'm funding you for. And the other is the social contract with the community. By being in receipt of public funds, we have to think about the community that we are part of and that we serve. And we can't serve everybody all of the time, because that, in a sense, that's the definition of nothing. We have to take a position in places. So there's an artistic aesthetic that comes along with it. But at the same time, increasingly now, we are thinking more and more about, well, if everyone's paying for it, then shouldn't everyone have the opportunity to come if they so wish? This year we presented a play called Scenes from a Yellow Peril, and that was really about racism in contemporary New Zealand from an East Asian point of view. It was quite a confronting work, but it was hugely successful. And whilst we enjoyed audiences from our regular goers, but we also had a lot of new people who came along who were just here for that particular production. And that's okay too. I mean, we love our subscribers who come to everything we do. They are the core of our audience. But we're also here for people who just want to come and see one show as well. Our principal relationship with BDO is as our auditors, and so there's a clear line between auditing the business and providing us with assurance and oversight, and then financial advice. And we have sought financial advice from other parts of the firm at time as well, but principally they've been our long-term auditors. And I think we're just about to turn 30, and the fact that we're still adding up at the end of each year just is a pretty good sign that we've had someone who's been looking after us for a long time.
BDO and the Auckland Theatre Company.